There is a whopping split of circuits that the Supreme Court should stop ducking and start deciding. The question is this: if a debtor was late in filing a tax return, are those taxes dischargeable, assuming, of course, that they're more than 2 years old? The split is long-standing and entrenched. Essentially what we have is 6 circuits have followed or continued to follow the so-called Beard test from the tax court in 1984, which lays down 4 tests. And if you meet those 4 tests, then the tax can be, not necessarily will be, but can be dischargeable even if the tax return was filed late. On the other hand, 3 circuits, led notably by the Fifth Circuit, have adopted what is fondly known as the one-day late rule. And that means if the debtor is even 1 day late in filing a tax return, then those taxes never will be dischargeable. As I said, it's a 6-3 split. And twice in recent years, the Supreme Court has ducked the issue by denying petitions for certiorari. That was in 2015 and 2017 when they denied those petitions. And by the way, the petitions for cert were very well written. One was by Professor Mann from the Columbia University Law School, and the other by John Pato. Well, it was John Pato who won the most recent case in the 11th Circuit in late January. So I can't wait to see what he says if the losing side, which is the state of Massachusetts, files a petition for certiorari. Well, like I said, this is a case that deserves the attention of the Supreme Court. It is a wonderful case of statutory interpretation because it involves, among other things, a so-called hanging paragraph in Section 523A that was adopted by Congress in that hodgepodge of legislation in 2005 known as BAPSIBA. Well, I am Bill Rochelle, the editor-at-large for American Bankruptcy Institute. You can read about this most recent 11th Circuit case called In Re Sheck in my column on the ABI website. I will be back same time next week with something interesting or perhaps controversial that has occurred in the world of bankruptcy. Until then, be well.